Hello and welcome to another complete Cambridge IGCSE PE lesson, the first topic in Chapter 11, Performance Enhancing Drugs. As always, we'll cover absolutely everything you need to know for your exam, and today you need to be able to describe the different types of performance enhancing drugs and their effects on performance, understand the disadvantages of these drugs and why some athletes use them, and understand the role of the World Anti-Doping Agency in preventing drug use in sport. Performance-enhancing drugs, or PEDs, are substances that change the chemical balance of the body when taken, affecting the performer's ability and providing an unfair advantage when performing. The use of PEDs by athletes is known as doping, and over the years there have been many high-profile cases in sport. One of the most recent and widespread was that of the 68 Russian athletes who were banned from the Rio Olympics in 2016. We'll start by looking at the different types of PEDs, including their effect on performance, potential health risks, and the types of athletes who might benefit. You can use the acronym BADS to help you remember. First up, we have beta blockers, which inhibit the hormone adrenaline in order to keep heart rate and arousal levels low. It has a calming and relaxing effect and helps to reduce some of the somatic or bodily symptoms of anxiety. Beta blockers are therefore used by athletes such as archers, divers, and snooker players who rely on high levels of accuracy and use fine motor skills. Potential health risks include reduced blood pressure, tiredness, depression, and an increased risk of heart failure. Next, we have anabolic steroids, which essentially speed up the rate at which muscle fibers repair themselves after exercise. This not only allows athletes to recover faster and train harder for longer, but also helps them to gain muscle mass more quickly, leading to improvements in power and strength. Anabolics may therefore be used by rugby players, sprinters, or weightlifters who rely on these fitness components, while endurance athletes, including cyclists, may also benefit, as faster recovery times mean that higher intensities can be maintained throughout multi-stage events like the Tour de France. Potential health risks include high blood pressure, heart disease, and liver problems. Anabolic steroids also influence our hormones and can cause athletes to become aggressive. Next, we have diuretics, which increase the amount of water excreted from the body via the urine. This not only helps to flush out or mask other PEDs that may have been used, but also helps athletes to lose weight quickly. Diuretics may therefore be used by boxers before a weigh-in or by jockeys or gymnasts who need to be as light and agile as possible. Potential health risks include dehydration, the weakening of muscles, kidney problems, and nausea. Stimulants, including the well-known amphetamine cocaine, are our final class of performance-enhancing drug. They affect the central nervous system, reducing pain and increasing both mental and physical alertness. As a result, stimulants are used by a wide range of performers, including swimmers and long-distance runners, who endure huge physical discomfort as they push their bodies to the limit, and games players, who need to be focused and alert if they're to make quick and effective decisions. Potential health risks include high blood pressure, strokes, addiction, and an increased risk of injury due to the pain-suppressing properties of these drugs. So doping clearly involves a significant amount of risk. But health problems aren't the only reason why performance-enhancing drugs should be avoided. Many famous athletes have also been caught, resulting in loss of sponsors, voided contracts, a ruined public image, and financial penalties. In addition, Lance Armstrong, who admitted to doping in 2013, was subsequently stripped of each of his 7 Tour de France titles and received a lifetime ban. So why do athletes use performance-enhancing drugs at all? Well, there are a number of different reasons, ranging from performance benefits to achieving success, rewards, new contracts, and sponsorship. Our second learning objective requires you to understand these reasons, so I recommend that you pause the video here and take note of the key points. The fight against the use of performance-enhancing drugs is led by the World Anti-Doping Agency, otherwise known as WADA. It's an independent agency that monitors all sporting activities across the world, providing tests on performers and educating through scientific research. WADA, who work alongside national anti-doping organisations or NADOs, have a significant impact on the fight against doping through the use of the World Anti-Doping Code and its 5 standards. These are to establish and regularly update a list of substances whose use is banned, establish procedures for how samples will be collected and tested, set up and manage laboratories to obtain test results, issue therapeutic use exemptions or TUEs to athletes who have valid medical reasons for taking a banned substance, and to ensure that all data that is gathered and analysed is kept confidential. Of these standards, much of WADA's focus is now on the testing of performance-enhancing drugs, which is achieved via the following methods. Firstly, athletes are randomly selected for testing and can be called upon at any time, whether in or out of competition. Once selected, athletes are given a sealed kit in which to place 2 blood samples labelled A and B. 2 urine samples must also be provided at this point, in clear view of an official of the same gender. The samples are then sent to a registered laboratory for testing, and sample A is analysed first. If evidence of a drug is found, the athlete is notified before sample B is also tested to verify the result. Finally, if both tests come back positive, the relevant sporting organisations are notified and decide on what penalties or bans to impose. Well done, you've just covered absolutely everything you need to know on topic 11.1, performance enhancing drugs. If you'd like to practice applying what you've learned, you can find a link to every Cambridge past paper down in the description. As always, I hope you found this lesson useful, and I'll see you in the next one.